Okay, call the meeting to order for Thursday, February 23rd, 2017. Roll call vote.
General?
Here.
White?
Yes.
Fox?
Here.
Herder?
Yes.
Pierce?
Here.
Record show all members are present.
Okay, if you had a chance to read the December 22nd minutes, if there's any additions or corrections. If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve them.
So moved.
Second. Been moved to second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Got two new members on our board. Welcome. It'll be fun. It always is. So, should be good. Election of officers. Got nominations for chairman.
I
nominate Tim White. I think
Second.
there's a train coming. Okay. Tim White's been nominated. Is there a second?
I second.
Any other nominations? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Herder?
Yes.
Fox?
Yes.
General?
Yes.
Pierce?
Yes.
White?
Abstain. Okay. Motion for vice chairman.
You wanna go, Steve?
You'd like that, wouldn't you? I got a quarter.
Okay, flip it. Oh. Did you say you do it?
I suppose, as long as Tim's always here. I'm mostly here, so. Okay. Is that a motion?
It's a motion.
Motion for Steve Pierce to be vice chairman. Is there any other nominations? Is there a motion to cease nominations?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and second. Roll call vote, please.
General?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Fox?
Yes.
Herder?
Yes.
Pierce?
It's been approved. Okay. Meeting schedule. We just need to approve that, don't we, Matt?
We do, and just so the new members are aware, we meet on the fourth Thursday of the month, but only if you're contacted by Pam that we have an application. There are a few months usually out of the year that we don't get any applications in. Last year was fairly steady, but
The year before, we hardly met.
yeah, the year before that we hardly met, and then we had a real strong year last year.
I thought I got kicked off.
April, we have it on Friday, April 28th.
Oh, no, it should be the 27th.
Okay.
So that is one correction.
Oh, you know.
If there is a holiday, you'll see that we'll do it,
November.
yeah,
Week
the week before.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the schedule with the April change?
Do you wanna go over?
Yeah, I circled it. I never know what it is anyway. For motion? So, a second?
Second.
Then moved to second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Attendance. We have to do that. Look at our attendance for last year.
Kind of a review of the attendance that we had.
Does everybody agree with what's there?
I'll try to do better this year.
Maybe you won't have so many hips
No, that's.
or knees
Yeah,
or
we're doing it over again.
It's coming again, isn't it?
do what?
You gotta do it one more time?
Yeah, gotta do it over.
Oh,
The
man.
one you had
no.
done the second time?
Yeah.
Is the third time the charm or what?
I hope so.
Does that mean you get it free?
I don't think so.
They gotta do it again. I mean, what?
They gotta
We'll discuss that
The
after.
muscles are too long and they gotta put a spacer in there. They just open it up, take the screwdriver and take the screw out and put a new spacer in, screw it together. So back.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
But it's
Well,
not.
they ought to know what they're doing by now.
I hope so.
Jeepers creepers.
It doesn't sound as
Okay.
involved as maybe the first time.
Any other business?
For the other business, There is the Iowa State Extension Office is doing the meeting that you have a brochure up there for. It is a nice kind of informative class that gives you a little breakdown about, I think in a lot of their class too is spent on the zoning board of adjustments and what your role is and what you can do and can't do. And they talk a little bit about different, would be considered spot zonings and how the meetings should run, and a little bit about what to do if the audience gets a little hostile with you and those things. But it's a good class, and if you would like to go, we can get that back to us and we'll get you registered, and if nothing else from it, you get a good dinner.
Just good dinner.
You have my
I
registration.
go for it.
I told you.
Yep, okay, thank you. And Stella? Come here. I don't know. Did you say yes?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay. I can't remember, I'm sorry. I have it all organized back there.
And it's an area-wide deal too for all of Southwest Iowa, so you get to see some of your counterparts
Okay.
in other counties. And some of the board of supervisors from the other counties will come to it.
Is that an evening then, or?
It is in the evening. Hey, what is it, from 5:30 to 8?
Or 9. I think it lasts till about 9.
I think they have it times on there.
I really like it when Gary Taylor from ISU is able to come down to this class and teach it. Sometimes he can, sometimes he sends one of his other people that he works with down, but Gary Taylor is kind of the all-knowing zoning guru for the state, and he is very educated on all of the issues concerning what we do all the way, and what each of the counties are up against and what's going on across the country. So he's kind of he's a colorful speaker, so it makes it interesting.
Put me down, I'll try that. The only thing else I'd say about it is for our new people, anytime we have a vote, we have to keep in mind that our vote is setting a precedent. And if we allow something for no good reason, then somebody will come back later and say, well, you did it for that. So we have to be careful about that.
Yeah, a lot of the decisions this board makes aren't easy ones, and but we try to get you as much information as we can in the staff reports ahead of time. Because you do get a lot of it has to do with people wanting to do rural enterprise businesses and cell phone towers, which people never really care for those.
Signs?
Signs.
Cell phone towers though we have to listen to them, but we really don't have a choice, correct?
Correct,
We'll be
on
doing
most
those
of
right
them.
now.
I mean, by the time they get to this point and they're coming to see all of you, they've already basically gotten to the criteria that they have to get through. So the public piece of it, and that is what does aggravate the public a lot of the times, is they will get up here and they will plead and beg and say, whatever they can say. But at the end of the day, we're just here to listen to them, because it's gonna get okayed.
Yeah.
And, because if we don't okay it, I mean, it's just gonna go right to court, and the cell phone tower company's gonna win, and they're gonna get it anyway. We do have, right now, we've been dealing with, for the last 3 months, this new cell phone tower provider called Mobility, and they are pushing extremely hard, and they're coming at it in a new direction. They're saying that they're a utility and they want to be in the right of way. And so what they came to us was they proposed 2 120-foot towers 3 feet from the road. And
3 feet.
they're 3 feet from the county road, and it was probably 60 feet from the interstate system. The DOT told them that they didn't want them anywhere near the interstate system, so they said, well, we're in the county right of way, we're not in the federal right of way, so you can't stop us from, I'm like, you're still, if that falls, it's going across all 4 lanes of
Well,
interstate
if somebody
traffic.
hit
But-
it, I mean,
Well, and they have some, right now, and this company didn't even know about it because I forwarded it on to her, but there's some state legislation going through trying to make this happen, trying to make this allowable, because they say that they need to be in the right of way because of the vehicles of today are drawing such data and the self-driving cars that's gonna be the new technology. But
So they have to be closer to it,
they
to
said
to be
that,
able to pick up?
that's what they're saying, but of course, so far, all of the zoning officials are kind of pushing back, saying that, you know, there's been a long-standing precedent of you guys being on private property and that being just fine. And we don't want, in the right of way, we don't want, you know, 120-foot towers going all the way down the roads every 30, 40 feet, because each company that comes in is gonna, they say that they call them, that they're no more than a utility pole now, because they've gone to those monopole towers. But, so they'll try to tell you that it's no different than a light pole, but you don't see many light poles that are 120 feet tall. So, it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. They did, when last year, there was some legislation that went through from the cell phone tower providers, and they pretty much got exactly what they asked for. So it'll be interesting to see if this goes right through as well.
And the way the kind of the meetings work is that the people that are wanting the variance, they come and they have to come up to the podium and talk. Audience cannot talk. And then they'll give their spiel of why they want it. And then anybody else that's in favor of that proposal or that variance, then they get a chance to come up and speak. They all have to come up to the podium. And then once those down, anybody opposed to the variance gets a chance to come up and speak. And then the person who applied for it gets a chance to come up and tell us the rebuttal that they have for the concerns or questions that the audience has. But they're not allowed to turn around and really talk to the people. They gotta talk to us.
And we try to coach them up. When they submit an application to us and we know that, you know, we tell them, you know, there's people that are gonna be there to speak in favor if you want them to, and there's more than likely there's gonna be people here that are gonna speak against it. And then you get a chance to come back up and say what you wanna say in regards to that. But I tell them all the time, just address it to the board. You don't have to turn and act like they said, like you were the horrible person that they just got done saying that you are. You just focus on what the board wants to hear. And
And you'll hear some really interesting testimony.
Yeah.
For and
Just
against.
nuts. This and this and this and this and.
And then we discuss it after that.
And anytime that there's somebody presenting either pro, whatever, we have the opportunity to ask questions, and sometimes that's a pretty good tactic to make them think at least, you know, like on the cell towers, you know, it's gonna go through, but we're really listening. You know, I mean, it's just, they feel like they got heard that way.
we will go out and do site evaluation.
Right.
Like if somebody's, a recent one was a guy wanted to do auto recyclers thing at his house and his building, and so a lot of times that we can just say, well, the board wants to come out and see the site and area and see what's going on. And so then we'll put that off till the next meeting, and before the next meeting, we'll go actually out and meet them at their property and kind of walk around the area that they're wanting to do. And then when we come back, it does make it kind of nice, because when we come back, then the board can just make their decision. You don't have to
Nobody
open it up to
speaks.
the public at all.
And we've had an instance where they've changed their proposal when we said we'll come out and look, and all of a sudden they can fit it. They can fit this or that, remember that one out there?
Mhm.
You know, just amazing how that works.
Yeah.
So, it's kinda interesting, there's good nights, and there'll be some nights that hostile people come.
Start at 5:30 and be done at 5:35 almost.
Yeah.
And then it might be an hour later.
Yeah.
2 hours.
You can't predict. I have figured out over the years I've done this, so you can almost tell the people that aren't good neighbors, because they bring a lot of opposition. I mean, that's kind of the bottom line. If the neighbors like them, they'll get along, but if they don't. And a lot of it is, I don't like you.
Mm-hmm. But Tim does a good job of keeping them off the personal attacks and
Yeah, we do.
keep it to the issues. Let's keep
Trying to.
moving forward.
Yeah,
Fair to hit it.
Matt does the staff report prior to, so it'll list the code sections, you know, what they're asking for,
Advertise.
and if it's even, you know, then he gives recommendation, or we do, I guess, to approve or deny. I mean,
And
it
you
has
don't
to
have
be,
to, you don't have to go with that. I mean,
no,
we-
you don't.
No,
I mean, it's based on what the code says, though.
So we might
You know,
find
it's
out
not like,
differently.
oh, we'll just give it to this person. I mean, it has to follow the code and what your rules of procedure are.
And there has been times where we recommended that, there was a place out in Traceview, it was a lot. And the staff recommendation, we're like, you know, we feel like there's justifiable, you could give them variance to be a little bit closer to the road than what they needed to. But overall, when it came back to the board really felt like, that they had already kind of set that precedence as a board of, listen, we're not gonna allow you to move closer to the road, so, I mean, and that variance was denied, which is fine.
yeah, I mean, usually we go with recommendation, but not, it isn't,
I mean,
We're
what
not a
does
rubber
it say,
stamp, yeah.
hardship? I
Right.
mean, you have to, it can't be,
There's some
because I
things that
don't
get
want my
revealed
house there.
sometimes when we're
Yeah.
talking to them that we you didn't get to know, and we,
Mhm.
wait a minute, are you doing this or whatever, and then we kind
Yeah.
of change our mind sometimes.
and then if we give a variance, say for a business, then if they don't comply with the
Conditions.
conditions of it, then they can go out and revoke it. And it doesn't go on to the next, if you give you a thing, it doesn't go on to if you sold the property, it stays with that owner. When that owner does it, it's done.
Mhm.
So it gives you a little bit of a check and balance system. But it is an interesting committee.
Yeah.
Hear a lot of good stuff, a lot of interesting stuff. But and I think we've come a long ways from when I first got on it years ago, and your mom was on it. We had a meeting almost every month, but I think they got to know, okay, this is gonna fly and this isn't gonna fly,
Yeah.
so. You wanna spend your money, come ahead, but it isn't gonna fly, so. Go ahead. Yeah, it'll be good. The only bad thing is I've gotta read this statement, it's forever, but,
Not tonight, though.
nope, not tonight. Should just record that.
You can practice it tonight.
Huh?
You can practice tonight.
Yeah, I know. I don't wanna
You've had years
practice,
of
yeah, I don't wanna practice.
Almost
Anything else? You guys have any questions?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I have for you.
Okay, I'd ask for a motion for adjournment. You don't need to listen to. So
I'm going to.
moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried.